Good morning, good morning, good morning, New Beginners High School students. This is Mr. Donaldson, and welcome to another segment of Motivational Moments for Me. And today is Mindfulness Monday. So I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. And to get things started, let me read you guys a quote. And it says, "We can't control everything that happens, but we can change our experience of those things." And this quote can be found at headspace.com. I know Headspace also has a app that you can download. I think it has a free trial. Then you can subscribe to it. But it's also a great mindfulness app that you can download from your Google. I think it's Google Play or Apple Store. So definitely take advantage of that um, if you want to. But I like this quote because it goes well with, today's Mindfulness Monday. And then also in the midst of what I see a lot of people dealing with on a day to day basis as we're still, going through the effects of this pandemic. The first part says we can't control everything that happens. And one of the biggest things that's been happening lately, I would say a lot lately, is a lot of loss. Losses ranging from death of a loved one or, close friend, loss of a job, a source of income, loss of, like shelter or home, um, and just loss maybe due to just peace of mind or just anything related to just a whole just disruption in your life. And so I know that can cause a lot on a person and create a lot of stress, increase anxieties, even depression. And especially when you lose things, you go through that grief process. And I know on this Wednesday for Wellness Wednesday, I'm going to be touching on the 5 stages of grief because grief is definitely a common theme that we're dealing with during this time because your mind, your emotions, and even physically, you go through these different things, and like it says, we can't control these things that happen. We can't control when a person dies or when we lose a job or lose a source of income or just all this stuff that happens. We can't control it, but the thing that we can control is how we experience those things. And so the goal is to help you to become aware of how you can get through these things so you don't act out of character or you do something impulsive that's going to result in a negative consequence. So that's the whole goal of this. Like, for example, when you lose someone close to you, I know for me, just recently I received news on Sunday that I lost two people that I knew very well from my church. One was a an elder, in the church, and then another one was a dear brother that I know my wife and I we had an opportunity to go to a Christian concert with just right before the pandemic, and just to learn that he lost his life on Saturday. It was very sad for me, and I experienced some sadness by that news of both of those losses on yesterday. And so I know, in working with a lot of our students here at New Beginnings, they too are experiencing some losses, either as a result of this pandemic or just, general losses. And that weighs on a person. And so my goal is to help you to be able to, to get through those moments and to, establish what's called a new normal or continuing life in the absence of that person, so it doesn't, consume you or get the best of you to where you become stuck and not move forward with your life. And so that's one of the things that we can do to change our how we experience those things. So instead of getting down in the dumps, depressed, one of the key things is connecting with a social support, having somebody there in your corner, whether it's a trusted friend, a loved one, a coach, a pastor, a counselor, mentor, somebody, I encourage you to connect with that can, just provide that empathy, that just, compassion, and even being able to just validate some of the things you may be going through so you don't have to go through it alone. And that will help, you get through the things. Not saying it's going to, make everything perfect. You're still going to have your ups and downs, but at least again, you won't be going through that all by yourself. So that's the goal of this Mindfulness Monday, is to help you to take those steps necessary to change the experiences of the things that happen. And like I said, the theme for this week is going to be dealing with loss. So hopefully, I've encouraged you today. Please be sure to tune in on Wednesday, where I'll be talking about the 5 stages of grief, so that can help educate you on what you may be currently going through as we experience, this loss and grief during this time period. So please be sure to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel so you can receive notifications, and definitely check out our resources in the playlist of other videos to help you out. So I'm Mr. Donaldson, and enjoy the rest of your Mindfulness Monday.